Hello, students. It's Professor Domenic, and I am at home in my home studio and office, which at the moment it's a work in progress, so don't judge me. But I thought I would share with you some of the things that I'm recommending you get for the bullet journal workshop. And I sent everybody an email that has the supply list in it. So do check your email, but I'm going to sometimes it's good to actually see things before you see them. So I'm going to show you some things. So I've been doing bullet journaling for I guess off and on about 3 years, and I've become kind of obsessed with it, and I change things up a lot in the way that I do things, and yeah, because I just like doing that. And you can do that with this system. It is really, really flexible. So the only thing that you absolutely, absolutely have to have for this workshop to do a bullet journal, or even, you can tune in and watch it without one too. But if you want to actually start a bullet journal, what you need is, this is my bullet journal that I started doing for astrology. Just don't tell my colleagues who are really sciencey that I do this. But anyway, this was a bullet journal that I started for astrology because I wanted a place to put all the things I was learning. And it was $7.99 at Michael's, and they have bullet journals that cheaply at Michael's and Barnes and Noble, and you can probably find them really cheaply online too through Amazon. And the thing that you want to check, though, with your bullet journal is to make sure, actually, I had an old one that is in not great shape that I wanted to show you, but I'm not sure oh God, no. I'm going to have an avalanche of art supplies if I go digging too deeply, so I'm not going to go digging too deeply. But what you want to make sure of, if you like to do watercolor and you want to do watercolor in your bullet journal, you want to look for the thickness of the pages. Like this one, I probably would not do. You can see they're almost transparent, kind of when I hold them up, they're almost like onion skin. You may not want to have something that thin. Also, if you're using a lot of markers and things, you can have issues with bleed through. Let me find a good example of bleed through, because, well, it's all over this book, actually. Yeah, so like you can see stuff that bled through on the other side, colors. So that's something you want to be careful with if you're going to be using markers a lot in your bullet journal. The other way that you can tell paper thickness, there is something called GSM if you're going on to, say, Amazon to buy your journal, or sometimes there'll even be like a little thing in the first couple of pages. This one doesn't have it, of course. But there'll be a little thing on the inside, and you want to look for the letters GSM, and that is for the thickness of your paper. If you're going to be using a lot of markers, you want to have something that's at least 80, if not higher, GSM. I don't remember what that means. It may be a European thing. I'm not sure. But you want it to be higher than 80, or if you're going to be actually using markers, you might want it to be higher than 100, and even 120 if you're going to be painting, because again, you want it to be able to stand up to whatever kind of supplies that you're using in it. You can go as minimalist or as wild and crazy with your journal as you want. And if you're going to be a minimalist, all you really need is a pencil, a black marker. A lot of people like those little micron pens. I use Sharpie pens all the time just because they're waterproof, and I know that they're going to hold up to any watercolor that I do with them. But really, that is the bare minimum. And then if you're writing in everything yourself, like this is my year tracker, I drew all of these myself, although I did have little labels that I got for the months, because I just wanted to see how that would look. But there's all kinds of fancy writing that you can do, which I'm going to talk about in the workshop if you want to. And the reason that we like the dots is, as you can see, when you actually write on the page, the dots kind of disappear. So make sure you find a dotted journal is basically what you're looking for. If it says lined pages, that's, unless you want a lined journal, then okay, that's great. But if you like this whole thing where, like I'll just show you here, I'm using the lines to help me line all this stuff up, and then I may go back with a ruler and do stuff. And I'll explain what this little layout is. So there's all kinds of layouts and spreads that are really fun. Like here's a weekly spread that I just started doing. And again, you can be as elaborate or as simple as you would like it to be. And then after that, everything else is gravy. But what the hardcore journaling people recommend, oh boy, let's see, try to not have that avalanche I referred to earlier. Have yourself, where did I put everything? This is why my husband gets annoyed with me. Someday I'm going to do an art show about looking for my art supplies. All right, well, I'll just tell you. So highlighters are fun for a variety of reasons. And again, that's something I will show you how to do and how to use them. So a variety of highlighters, a variety of colors of pens. I actually do have some of those here. These are not Prismacolor pencils. I just use this box for my pens. And what's nice is if you can get the kind of pens that are fine on one side and have like a medium nib on the other, because you can get a variety of effects with those. And just having a lot of colors is really fun. An eraser is good. A pencil is good. A ruler is good. And then also things, I sent some links in the GroupMe to fun Etsy pages where they sell stickers, because if you get tired of writing in numbers, you can buy like sheets of numbers. And some journals even come with all kinds of things, like you want a reminder to, I don't know, blow dry your hair or go to the hairdresser. I guess that's what that's for. A reminder to do gratitude. I think that's what that one is. So they, they have all kinds of cool little things, and, little headers like this that you can buy. And then there's also the Happy Planner. That's the other style of journals. So these are bound book style journals. So another style is the disc bound journal, and Happy Planner is one of the companies that makes that, the Happy Planner. And also 365 is another company, not associated with Microsoft 365. 365 is another planner company, and they call them disc planners because they're basically simply, let me find an example that I can just pull out and show you. Oh yeah, they are simply little discs like this, and then all the paper and the covers and everything have little notches in them that fit around the little discs. So if you're interested in that, go on to Amazon and look for disc binders. And what's great about those is then the sky's the limit as far as you can make your binder really, really thick or a little bit thinner, as this one is. You can see these two are very different sizes. And a lot of these come already with the calendar, completed for you. But you can also buy, I'm trying to find, you can buy the dotted pages separately, or you can, and then they have other things too, like this kind of grid sort of thing that you can use as well if you like. And then you can put in as many pages as you want and take out as many pages as you want, and you've got a whole lot of flexibility with it. So that is another style that you can go with, and they go all the way up to 8.5 by 11, which I started using this, and I will tell you from my own experience, at first I loved it, but then it became kind of overwhelming to fill all these pages, and it's heavy. It's really heavy to carry around, whereas this is not so heavy to carry around. Yeah, and this one, so this is another style of binder that I really liked because it's it folds out and it's flat. And this I happened to purchase at Barnes and Noble. So this is a really groovy thing to have. And then Happy Planner and 365 and a number of other planner companies also make like these label books, and they come with all kinds of cool labels that you can use if you want to. You don't have to, as I said. If you like to draw and you want to be creative and you want to just, you know, fill out your calendar pages yourself, all you need is a pen. So, but this is, like I saw, everything else is gravy. This is the gravy. Oh, another fun thing is washi tape. What is washi tape? For those of you that are into Asian culture, you may know this a little bit more, or stationery supplies. If you have, like me, a stationery supplies obsession, then you're familiar with these. Washi tape is made in Japan. It's basically like a very light masking tape that has all kinds of designs on it. Here's one that has unicorns on it. And again, this is something you can find at Michael's. You can find, I don't know if I've seen it at Barnes and Noble, but any, you know, craft or hobby store has this kind of stuff. It's also all over Amazon. It's become wildly popular, and it's fun to have for your binder for a lot of reasons. But like if you screw up and make a mistake, like you accidentally wrote something across the bottom that you didn't mean to, you can cover it up with your washi tape. And you can also use it to make your planning boxes too if you want to. So there's like 110 cool things you can do. So those are the basic supplies, combined with looking at the supply list that I sent you an email. I think you will have everything that you need to do the thing. So that's it. I hope to see a lot of you Monday on the Zoom, and I will talk to you all soon. Mwah!